Hey Whiskey Taste Buds, Adam with Blue Collar and Scholar Whiskey Pairing and Whiskey Taste Buds. Here with another whiskey review for you guys. Today we're doing a special review on one of the all-time best whiskeys. It's won so many awards that it's actually been retired to a Hall of Fame. They don't even let them enter it into competitions anymore because it's won so many awards. And that whiskey for you today is Highland Park 18 Viking Pride. Highland Park is a special, holds a special place in my heart. It was one of the first whiskeys that I truly fell in love with. They just do something really special there, and I highly recommend trying any of their expressions. But this is definitely the cream of the crop right here. So, in my Blue Collar and Scholar Glencairn glass, I have already poured some. I've let it sit in the glass for a little while. They say that sometimes it's good to let a whiskey sit. I've heard some people say to let it sit in the glass for 1 minute for every year that it's matured in the barrel. Some people say, well, if it's a 20-year-old, I'm not going to let it sit for 20 minutes. But give it a try, experiment, see what works for you. But you'll find that it will change, and you'll get a totally different tasting experience when you do let it sit for a while. So this one has been sitting for a while, and I've got my little whiskey tasting journal here. I've already made notes, so I can refer to it for you guys. So this one here is bottled at 43% ABV. And here we go. The nose is a super rich whiskey, honey, some floral notes in there, mixed tropical fruit, a little bit of smoke, kind of like an aromatic smoke, if you will. Such a complex whiskey, so many things going on in there. I think they use a combination of ex-bourbon and sherry butts in this whiskey. And they, like I said, they certainly know what they're doing up in Orkney there. Oh, so good. On the palate, you get honey, like a florally peat. The peat they use up in Orkney is more like a heathery peat, as opposed to Islay, where it tends to be more kind of a salty iodine type peat. There's no trees that grow on the Isle of Orkney. It's all so windblown and windswept that it's really sort of low-lying shrubs and heather that grows there. I also get cream. That's a super creamy flavor whiskey, like mouth coating, some coffee notes in there, and cinnamon as well. The finish is long, dried, mouth drying as you finish, with spices. Again, that heathery peat smoke, and I'm getting dark fruit as well. Lovely, lovely dram. We've discovered recently around Christmas time here, with all the goodies in the house, that Highland Park 18 pairs extremely well with Christmas cake or fruit cake. So if someone gives you one of those fruit cakes for your Secret Santa and you don't know what to do with it besides a doorstop, give it a try with some Highland Park 18. I'm going to rate this whiskey, for me, it's a 9.7 out of 10. And it makes me really happy to say that, because a few bottles ago, I featured this whiskey at one of my tastings, and I wasn't really thrilled with it. Highland Park 18 has always been an amazing whiskey for me, and this time it just kind of didn't really do it for me, and I was disappointed, and I was worried that maybe Highland Park 18 was on a downhill slide, or if they had a bad year as far as maturation goes, or a bad something. And then I thought, well, maybe it's my palate that's changing, and quite possibly that was the case as well. But having revisited since then, it's back up at the top for me. So, Salanjava.